Good evening and welcome back to the show. I am fascinated with our guest, Cheryl-Ann Webster. I hope that you're enjoying her information too, talking about appreciating ourselves, basically, right? In all our physical lumps, bumps, and scurry form, whatever we are.
Absolutely. I mean, the marketing out there and the fashion industry and the diet industry for generations has been pushing us to change our physical form. And of course, fashion changes with time. I can't believe the skinny jeans are back, but they're back. We need to embrace that. Fashion changes with time, but we cannot change our body to fit that fashion. The fashion has to fit our body.
So you said something really intriguing at the break. I have to ask you about it. Your belly is the answer to the universe.
It truly is. And
ladies, your belly is the answer to the universe. Is it for men as well, or is that just for ladies?
No, I'm a
men, you're just up a creek.
you have to really watch that belly. It can affect the heart. But truly for women, if you think about it, our belly is where we create life. That's where life is nurtured, life grows. And I tell teenage girls this, that thing that comes every month that they're really dreading, embrace it. It's the best filtration the world has ever seen. And that belly of yours, that lovely round belly that we all have and are meant to have, if we chose as women not to have children ever again, the world would soon cease to exist. It cannot exist without us producing children, and that's where we produce them. We aren't able to produce a child in a very flat tummy. And you'll see when you look at the sculptures, one of my girls there was a personal trainer working out 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. And when I got her to relax, there's a belly. It's a small one, but it's there. We all have a belly, and it truly does need embrace.
Well, it sounds so nice when you say a small round belly. It doesn't sound so bad at all. So I'm going to tell you about this experiment because we were talking about the mirror. Mm-hmm. So I went 24 hours without looking in a mirror.
Wonderful.
It was so hard. It was so hard. And the reason I did it was because one of my friends had gone to Africa and she'd taken pictures of all the kids. And when she went back, she brought the pictures. And the kids were able to identify everybody, but they would go, "Who's that?" And it was themselves.
Right.
And they didn't have mirrors, so they didn't know what they looked like.
Yes.
And I thought, what would that be like if we didn't know? My dog just got an incredible haircut. It's like he has no idea.
No. And I mean, the thing we forget is the mirror is an important part of the life. When I talk about reflection, I mean our emotional and our physical reflection. The emotional one is just the image we have of ourselves in our head and our heart. The physical one is when we look in the mirror and think we see what we see. And you're right. Every time I meet people that have been to third world countries and taken time away from the mirror, they start to feel so much better about themselves. And they say the priority becomes about hygiene and health, doesn't become about how we look. I'm off to Haiti in July for a week. And one of the things I'm most looking forward to is to having a look at how people study their own body there. And of course, before the earthquake, there were very few mirrors. Mm-hmm. Since the earthquake, there's even fewer. So I want to look at that. What does it feel like for me to live in an environment for 7 whole days with no mirror, no concern about what my hair looks like, and pure concern for how am I going to keep healthy? How am I going to be of assistance here? And I think, well, you don't have to go to a third world country to do that. You don't even have to hide from the mirror to do that. All we need to do is remember what's a priority in our life. If I can diverge a little bit, recently I was at a children's hospital. You only have to spend a few minutes in a children's hospital to see the babies fighting to survive and so joyful. Their priorities are not what they look like. Their priorities are getting through and being happy. And that's my goal for all your listeners and for everybody that I meet is, yes, you can be concerned about your physical and appearance to an extent. But please, please, don't let it become your priority in life. Don't let it take over your life goals and your achievements. Don't let it damage your self-esteem to the point where you're in an unhealthy relationship, an unsafe setting, or even in a career that you don't want to be in. Start to embrace yourself. Understand those priorities. Mother Nature didn't make a mistake. She got nothing wrong. We're all unique. We're all meant to be different. When we embrace that and celebrate it, find clothes that fit, not try to fit the body to the clothes. When we can do that, we automatically feel better about ourselves. When we feel good about who we are, we empower all the other people around us to feel better about who they are. We will live happier, healthier lives as a result. And if you need that extreme kick in the what's it, then yeah, sure, head to a third world country. See it just for a little while, what priorities we need to have in life. Otherwise, take a breath tomorrow morning, look in that mirror and celebrate. If you have to, fake it till you make it. But you are beautiful, naturally beautiful. We all are.
Wow. If you've been listening for the last half an hour and you're not inspired, take out your earplugs, because Cheryl-Ann, this has been amazing. You're a fantastic speaker. Bring her on into Winnipeg more often, and let's have you back on the show. It's fascinating. So check out her website, cawebster.com. I will put up the links on my website, yourlifeunlimited.ca.